We thought that stage 16 would reshape the Giro D'Italia, but we did not think it would do it like this. The script was completely ripped up. We've got an amazing look in general classification at the end of the stage. So let's have a look at the key takeaways in relation to Richard Carapaz. Okay, so first up, EF Education Easy Post took up the pace on the penultimate climb. Okay, they used all of their riders. James Shaw, they used on the front, Mikel Honore, Jefferson Cepeda, alongside the Ineos Grenadiers. They really did make this race very, very hard indeed. This is Honore just about to swing off. I mean, he almost rides himself into the ground. Just the dedication, the faith, the belief that they've got in Richard Carapaz was quite clear to see. But what this did, it didn't just set up Carapaz for later on. We also saw the capitulation of Juan Ayuso. And we were left in no doubt as to who the leader of UAE Team Emirates was, as he was at the end of the day to lose round about 15 minutes. Right, let's have a look at the next phase of the race. We are now on to the final climb of the day. And guess what? Wout van Aert. He said he never went away. He certainly didn't. He was in the initial break of the day and started to set the tempo. He dropped back to try and set up his teammate, Adam Yates, and did an enormous pull on the front. It was great to see shades of 2022 with Jonas Vingegaard. And when he pulled off, he'd whittled down the group, leaving Rafa Majka to set the tempo on the front. But he rode himself, as we've seen before, to a virtual standstill. Wout is gone. Then we saw Simon Yates do exactly what we thought he'd do, is accelerate clear, and he drew with him Isaac Del Toro, who at this point was looking good, but importantly, Richard Carapaz just sat on the back wheel. So Yates here was leaning on it, the gaps were opening up, riders were at 6s and 7s, and to be honest with you, at this point, Yates looked like he was riding down the shops to buy a pint of milk. Okay, into the final. This is the key GC play. Right. Simon Yates is on the front, Del Toro in second wheel, Derek G's there too, but just look, let's just pause that and just go back again. Let's just see that little acceleration again from Richard Carapaz, because it is absolutely spectacular. Rob Hatch.com said it was violent. It really was. Watch this. He also uses the entire width of the road. Bang, from third wheel, Derek G can't do anything about it. Simon Yates looks around in utter surprise and simply cannot respond. Del Toro doesn't respond either, and here Richard Carapaz is away. Remember, he's done 2 significant attacks in this race. The last one was when he rode to victory, and this one was to reshape the general classification. Not only that acceleration, he was riding clear, and this is the moment. Let's just pause this for a second. This is significant. Isaac Del Toro has ridden an amazing Giro d'Italia in defence of the Maglia Rosa. We wondered if he would crack, and today he did. Not a full total capitulation, because he held on to the jersey at the end of the day, but now he's only got a slender lead, a slender grasp on that jersey. Carapaz, though, kept fighting all the way to the line, ripped this race apart. Credit, of course, to Christian Scaroni, who actually won it, but at the end of the day, Richard Carapaz moves himself a little bit further up the general classification. He's now in third, only 31 seconds shy of the lead, and only 5 seconds behind Simon Yates on the general classification. Carapaz is on fire, as is the general classification.